Hi guys!
Hi guys! Today we'd like to show you our newest project.
It's a little bit crazy, but we're gonna restore this old Volvo Laplander from 1963. We're gonna breathe new life into it and see if we can get it running and be street legal in Sweden.
Yes, and as you can see, it needs a lot of work. It's been standing on a farm for 10-15 years without being used. But as Björn said once, we're suckers for decay, so we'd like to give it a try. So meet the newest addition to our family, Volvo Laplander L3314 from 1963. It is 58 years old. It hasn't been used for many years, so we didn't expect the engine to start at all, but it did. We weren't planning to buy this truck, but once we saw it, we knew we wanted to try and rescue this awesome vehicle.
We couldn't drive it back to the harbor for 5 hours straight because it wasn't road legal or safe. So we needed help transporting it back to Gotland from the mainland. Our goal is to restore this little truck to its former glory and convert it to a mini off-road camper. As you can see, it needs a lot of work. And of course, the tires are old and dry and definitely need to be changed. Once we transported it to Gotland, we took a test ride nearby our cabin, away from the roads. Beside it being a bit too loud, it is actually working pretty well. We bought this vehicle about a year ago, but we still haven't had anywhere to restore it because we don't want to walk outside on it. Since we live in Sweden, the weather is not really great here for doing that sort of things outside. So we decided to wait, and now we finally got the opportunity to be in our workshop. We're going to be doing this project throughout springtime. That's why we're here in town next to our workshop, so you can hear by the sound quality that it's a lot of birds and cars everywhere. Step one will be getting it street legal again, so we can pass the vehicle inspection. And after that, step two is probably going to be getting rid of the rust and make sure that the chassis and all the mechanical parts are working. And step three will be the most interesting one, I guess. It's converting this version from a soft top to a hard top. That's going to be a big project. So as you can see, the model we got is a soft top. And we want to convert it to a hard top so we can insulate it better and put a roof rack on and stuff. Prepare it for our little expedition to Iceland. It's quite high, so we're also thinking about making some foldable steps to make it easier to get in and out of the vehicle.
Even Baltasar used to think that the Laplander was a bit too high and difficult to jump in. And even though we don't have Baltasar anymore, we'll probably make some kind of foldable steps in the back anyway. The windows also need to be replaced among numerous other things. We will talk more about our plans for this vehicle in one of our future videos.
Some of the reasons why we decided to do this and we want to take this vehicle to Iceland instead of Beelzebus is that it's a four-wheel drive off-road military vehicle made to go in terrain. Also, it has pretty good ground clearance already from the beginning, and it's much smaller than Beelzebus, so it will be way cheaper to get to Iceland compared to shipping Beelzebus there. It will be pretty expensive, so that's why we decided to go with this one. Also, we really like the looks. It's a fun project and it was dying where it was, so we're gonna try to save it like we did with Beelzebus. So as you can see, inside it's a little bit cramped. It's probably about the length of a Volkswagen Transporter, but the roof clearance is a little bit less. So you won't be able to stand up in here, but it's okay. We were thinking we'll use it for shorter trips. So our plan is to renovate it and make it into a camper and then rent it out, because the island we live on, it's very popular and a lot of people choose to travel with camper vans and rent camper vans on the island. So we thought we'll give it a try and see if anybody wants to rent it when we're done with it. And ideally we would like to have it up and running when everything is fixed and take it for a trip to Iceland. That's the ultimate goal with this project. So on this project we're gonna try to keep a close eye on the budget and calculate all the costs we're having while we're restoring it, and we're gonna share it with you guys. So far we haven't spent that much money on it except for the purchasing price, which was 16,000 Swedish crowns, which is approximately 1,550 euros.
Other costs we haven't mentioned are transportation to Gotland, around 4,000 Swedish crowns or 400 euro, and the purchase of some parts like a brake cylinder for about 1,900 crowns or 190 euro. So in total we've spent about 22,000 Swedish crowns so far, including the purchase price.
Subscribe to join us on this new adventure in our lives, restoring the Volvo Laplander from 1963 to its former glory. We are planning to share every step of this conversion on our channel. It's going to be a lot of fun.